Welcome to another episode of Fandom and Flavor, where we talk about everything that's pop culture or relevant to your mind. I'm your host, Zach, and my other co-host,
Aaron. Yep. We back, baby. We back at it. Another episode. If you like the beat in the beginning, shout out to Super Dupa. You can check him out on Spotify, Soundcloud. So,
yeah,
check
look
him
him up,
out.
man. Look him up. He's
Look him
doing he's
up.
doing us a favor by giving us some music, some background music, and he's doing a good job. Appreciate him doing that for us, shouting him out. But we're gonna talk about a few things today. We got three topics we're gonna get into today. The first one we're gonna talk about the new movie that we went to go see just last night.
Weapons.
Weapons, yes.
Weapons. Yeah.
Good episode. Good movie. I would say. So we're gonna get right into it. So, Aaron, what you rated, man?
Man, I said, had a chance to think about it last night. I give it a 7.5.
Okay.
7.5.
7.5.
Spoilers ahead.
Why you give it 7.5? Why you give 7.5, not an 8?
I gave it a 7.5 because of the ending. Felt like the ending, I want to say just the ending, just the overall the movie. The movie was good. I felt like just a lot of questions unanswered, but that can be for a reason. That could be which leads to another sequel or a sequel, prequel, just basically explaining about what this lady was in this movie and what
Once again,
what
spoilers this episode, guys.
spoilers, yes, about what this lady was in this movie because they didn't explain nothing, the backstory of that family, nothing. Like she just came and said she was the aunt, and it just took a turn. So I felt like that they missed that aspect, but other than that, everything else. The movie, the way the flow, got to see the characters, everybody's perspective, and how it leads up into one little area. I really enjoyed that. That was good. Jump scares. It wasn't as many jump scares. I think it wasn't not like a jump scare type movie. Not like that type of movie.
It's not.
More of like it's a psychological horror a little bit. Cause you don't know what's going on the whole entire movie. You don't know who is controlling what, who control all these kids to leave at 2:17 in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, and I think that, it was good how it led up to it. So, but other than that, I feel like they didn't explain who that lady was, but like I said, it could lead us up to a prequel story.
Okay, he said 7.5. That's what you give it. Okay, well, I'm gonna give my rating. I think it's a solid 8, man. I enjoyed it. It was a slow build up. I would say that. At first, I was like, man, where's this movie going? Like, where this movie going? Because, like you said, it breaks it up into like the different people. Like, they give the little title that like makes like a different chapter. Like you following this person and giving them perspective of what's going on that day or just that week or around that situation. So it was nice how they did that. The storytelling was done really well. I like the actors that they have in there. And then it's like it's definitely out of left field because you don't really know what's about to happen. You don't know what's going on. You don't know, and then when they do have the reveal, like you kind of like it's starting to kind of have things. They are foreshadowing the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, do I want to give the major spoiler? We're gonna keep the major spoilers. Like, just go ahead and tell it all.
I mean, go ahead. We said spoilers ahead. So,
all right. So like they gave it, like they basically foreshadowed the witch part. You know what I'm saying? When he wrote that witch on her car, immediately you're like, okay, so they think it's a witch. Like I said, once again, foreshadowing. Because at first, and then on one point, I thought it was like an alien or something, because they kept showing that lady, this older white lady, and she like a clown to me, man. See how that makeup, she had on red lips. I'm like, it was very out there, and you can see immediately, like it grabs your attention. You like, where else going? Like, what is creepy lady? So they kept showing her, and you like, man, she got to have a part in it. And then when they finally reveal, like basically, when they finally give Alex perspective, the little boy that was the only boy left from the classroom. Once they finally get, because in the trailers, like all the kids were disappeared. They didn't.
One trailer they did show Alex.
Okay.
He was like the only one.
Got you.
There, but they didn't show it as many times. Like you didn't really catch on to it, but until you got to the watch the movie. But yeah, that was crazy. Just Alex himself, how he got it, he had to do.
He went through it, man. I said for like how old was the little boy? 8 years old? 7, 8 years old? I mean, he was young, man. He was young, but I mean, that little boy, take my hats off to him. He was brave, yes. Brave, tough, whatever adjective you want to put down on him, man. He was serious. I was like, man, he was, like I said, he was going through it to see his parents, what they had to go through, like, and then, like, you had this lady you never met before, supposedly supposed to be your aunt. She come in and just come to find out she a witch. you're like,
Yeah, yeah,
whoa, this is crazy.
yeah.
Like this, yeah,
He
yeah.
better than I am.
But
I ain't gonna lie to you.
but as far as in regards to talking about the ending, like you said, that's why you gave it a 7.5. The ending was kind of anticlimactic, but it still was a good ending.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
not a good ending, but it was a decent ending. Like you said, I guess it leaves a lot of open end. It leaves a lot of things open ended. I would say,
yeah,
but like you said,
yeah,
more to desire as far as like backstory, who this lady is, how is she able to perform these rituals and things like that, and then like, is it a way to break the ritual? Because like they never really explain because like once you're under that that trance, it's over. Like you just lose all faculties, and you're just a heat-seeking missile, as the guy said.
yeah.
Like,
You become a weapon, literally.
yes, as they
You really
say,
become a
yep,
weapon.
it definitely is a weapon. They
Yeah.
weaponize the people based off of
He put you
the
under.
ritual, yeah, that she does. So, but yeah, I think, like I said, overall, I think it was a good, solid horror movie. I think it's definitely a good movie to add to the genre of horrors. That's like,
Yeah,
as like you got a Halloween October binge. This one I think you should definitely add to it.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to some more from I think his name is Zach. I don't know his last name, Zach
Oh
something.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
like me,
Dude,
another
well,
Zach. But
yeah.
yeah. Cause I like he did
Mm-hmm.
Barbarian.
Barbarian.
And I think that was solid. I think that was a solid
Yeah.
movie. What was that
His
movie? What was that
movies.
movie where monkey, the monkey jump?
Oh man,
I don't think
that was
he didn't
crazy.
write that, but I think it's from a similar studio as
Yeah,
Barbarian. That
yeah. I think
monkey movie.
so.
That movie was crazy too. Like if
That
anybody ever
was.
get a chance to see, I forgot. Is it called Monkey?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Monkey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds crazy. That toy monkey.
Like,
Yeah.
that was. You ain't know what to expect out of that one. I
Thank
ain't
you.
gonna lie to you. It
I
def.
like horror movies where like it's all a combination of all kind of horror movies. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
you got your gory, just over the top, just so much blood and everything. You got those
yeah,
like Evil Dead. Evil Dead is a
yeah.
gory horror movie, but it's good. It's like what they call it. Damn, I forgot what they call it. It was the gore, like the gore people, whatever they call them. I forgot what they call them, but
Hmm.
they
I know what you're talking about. I don't know
they
what they
have
call it.
that gore aspect. And then you got the psychological thrillers, and I'm like, what? I feel like Smile is a psychological thriller.
It is. It
I
is. Oh,
think.
it's horror. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
my
so definitely.
psychological horror. Yeah.
Horror, man. Yeah, horror. Psychological horror. Then you have the demonic ones where you like the Conjuring and the
I think
Annabelles.
that's horror. I think
No,
that's horror. It's
just
more.
regular. But yeah,
That's
like yeah, it's like just like a. But
yeah,
you always got to have like they have that like demonic presence to it.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then like I said, the psychological horrors where it's just like you're trying to understand like what is going on. Like yo, this is like
Like long legs.
yeah, Long Legs is another one.
That
Like
was that,
when you like you have to stay like you have to pay
to
attention to
watch it
understand.
the
Yeah,
whole.
like to really see what's going on. And then you like it's not scary per se, but they're always like creepy. Like whoa, that might actually could happen. Like
Uh-huh.
especially when see me and you we was talking about that off screen yesterday about horror movies and like something like the demonic presence and the witch. And I'm like, man, I mean both of them could be equally real, but at the same time it's like the witch I feel like it's a little bit more real because they're like you heard of, you got the stuff out there witchcraft and things that are you like yo you don't mess with that. And I feel like
Uh-huh.
they'd be like, you could put them hexes on you and all that voodoo and all that stuff. You like, man, they just put some stuff on you, man. You like, yo, that junk could be real because that's what happened in their weapons, man. Like she put like a hex on them, man. Put them in. You can't. And it ain't not. It's nothing you can do.
I mean, in the movie, she had to get your items to control you, so she had to attain
Still
something.
scary. I mean, shoot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's just like it's not like I watched the last Conjuring one, the Conjuring 3 is like that
Oh, you watch
witch
that?
was like yeah, rewatch that because yeah, don't watch weapons, but
What you
not
think
like
about
that
it?
type of. I like I said,
Another time again. You didn't like it again?
I didn't really care for it that much. It was okay. It wasn't as good as the first two. The
Oh yeah,
first two it was
yeah. I mean, it's not
it was
scary. It's not
way,
scary. It don't have no like. It's not because you're not
but
dealing with it. Well, you do have a demon, but you're dealing with more so a witch this time.
but it's also who didn't direct it was James Wan. James Wan directed the first one and the second one, and those two did good. And the third one didn't do so good. It had a different director. So, but now he's coming back for the fourth one, the last one that they're making.
Yeah, because
I feel like
once again, they got a little more of a demonic presence. Like I said, that one was the Conjuring 3 was more so about a witch, which is what we like. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with.
But I felt like if he was able to, direct that movie, I think he would have did a good job on it. I mean, I'm not saying it was bad. I just felt like it just wasn't, I don't know, it just didn't have that, felt like they could have chose a different story for them. even though it was crazy, but
Hmm.
I feel like there's a different story they could have chose out of all of those cases that they have
Yeah.
done in
Yeah.
the past. Hey, it is what it is. I think that was okay. Now watching the second time, first two was really good. The third one, then I mean the fourth one, this last one looks pretty good. I
See,
definitely
yeah,
gonna
we'll
see it.
see.
So,
We'll see. Yeah, and like I said, like I said, then you can have a movie, a horror movie, where it's like psychological and it has like a demonic presence. Like it's kind of it's like a mixture of a lot of different horror movies. Like, because I think I'm like Black Phone.
Black Phone,
You
I
want to
gotta
sit there
rewatch that.
and ask it, but I'm like,
I said, nah,
it got a paranormal kind of thing like like activity in it. Then you got that little psychological thing, like well, not a psychological thing, but it's like trying to understand what's going on. Like why
uh,
does like what I'm saying, like why this boy got these prop powers and all this other stuff. I don't know. I'm interested to see the next one. I'm
oh,
interested to
and
see the
this and the
Black Phone
sister.
too. Yeah, the sister too. Like
And,
she
like I said, the Black Phone one was really good. Like I ain't saying that was bad. I just felt like the second one just feel like I guess you could have made it. You know, I just see. I'm not gonna put too much expect, bash it, but I feel like they didn't have to make it. I feel like it was a good ending for
Mhm.
the first one, but they wanted to bring it back. So we're gonna see how it is. I'm not gonna sit here and bash it like you said, but I feel like that it was no need. But hey, we'll
Yeah.
see.
Well, we're gonna see.
We'll
We'll
see.
watch it. But definitely, like I said, yeah, I definitely enjoy. I definitely enjoy weapons. Like I said, I'm ready for the next project. The Jordan Peele project. Him. It's gonna be
Him.
another one, like another
Yep.
horror movie.
Yep.
So we got Conjuring and him and Black Phone 2's three horror movies. So that we'll see how it stacks up against. Well, will weapons come out and be the top horror movie this year?
Or Sinners, because Sinners came out this year. So
Sinners was a good
yes,
one. I didn't. Yeah,
Sinners was
Sinners was
good.
a good. It wasn't really
Sin,
scary though.
Sin,
It wasn't
but
scary at all.
Sinners is a thriller slash horror because they got vampires in it.
Yeah.
But you want to consider because
That's
that falls in that
that
category.
was a good movie. What would you give
Yeah,
Sinners?
Sinners. Oh, I gave that 8.5.
8.5. Yeah.
8.5. I watched it twice.
I need to watch it again. I need to
Uh,
watch it again.
it was good. I like the story. Story was good. And like you said, it ended well. Like it didn't need for a
So
sequel.
right now, Sinners is probably your number one horror movie right now for the year.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got you. So you
Because
say,
of the story, it explained it well. Not necessarily. It didn't really explain the vampires and where they came from.
yeah,
It just they
it's
just appeared.
definitely a well written story.
Yeah, like
I like the
Ryan
historical
Coog,
aspect. Yeah,
Ryan
Cool
Coogler
Cool did a
did a
phenomenal
good
job.
job,
Yeah, he did.
but it didn't really explain where the vampires came or nothing like that. They were just there. I mean, they kind of explained it in the beginning. They gave a little dialogue, and like what something.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. But I mean, it was definitely good. I definitely would say Sinners is up there. Weapons is up there.
Weapons is out
Is
there.
another horror movie this year that we seen? I think there's a two right there.
Those is it. Yeah,
Those
I
are
mean
two
nothing.
right now.
Years later, I watched that the
Oh, I
other
haven't
day,
seen that.
but
I haven't seen that.
I wasn't too pleased about that. But yeah, whenever you check it out, let me know what you
All
think.
right,
But
we'll talk about it. Yeah, I'll tell you.
yeah.
I'll let you know. I'll wait till it come out on digital.
It should be clear soon. But yeah, yeah, that one was
Once it
okay.
come out on digital, that'd be I'll better
But
watch it.
I like right now, yeah, weapons and
Sinners.
I might bump up weapons again, maybe if after I see it a second time or something. So I don't know. But
It'll be on
right
HBO.
now
It'll
I
be
give
on
it
HBO Max soon.
real soon. But right now I give it a 7.5. I think so. I think it's good.
Yeah,
I think it's a
like I said,
solid
I give it
movie.
an 8. Yeah, Sinners, I give it an 8.5 and 9 around there. Probably 8.8,
Okay.
8.7. So, yeah, that was a solid movie. It's just well written movie, and I just like the historical accent. Then also being a black American,
Mm-hmm.
it resonates different. It hits different. That was good. But
Yeah.
yeah. So like I said, we'll see what these next batch of movies coming out. See how they'll do, how they stack, and see maybe at the end of the year we'll do a vote and see what the best horror movie of 2025. I think we'll do something
Yeah.
like that. Get the people something to watch, wait for. Yeah, so we got to shift gears though, man. We got to talk about these what the Panthers, right? We're gonna talk
The
about this
Panthers preseason, yeah,
preseason
that just
football,
happened on
man.
Friday. That
Yes,
just happened on
yes.
Friday. As our uncle, he like to talk about the Panthers and be hard on them. But I'll say preseason, Carolina Panthers versus Browns, Cleveland Browns was a good first quarter. Basically, with the starters for the Panthers,
Hmm.
Tetairoa, McMillan, Bryce Young. Unfortunately, they were getting ejected from the game.
Yeah.
Jalen Coker, Adam Thielen.
Yeah.
We get to see a little bit of
Every
of
what are
them.
we looking for? Yeah.
Yeah, just little like little highlights, little just I would say little teasers. And I feel like because they only got played first quarter,
They
like
played
two
on well
drives.
the offense played 2 series. I think the defense
Yeah,
played
two
two
series.
series.
Yeah, so I think that's good enough for right now. I obviously gonna play more, maybe. Yeah, come up
But so yeah,
the
so
second
so
preseason
Saturday
game.
against the Texans, Houston Texans, they're
Yeah,
hoping to play 3 series.
yep, and
Hoping to get them
they
in
got a
there.
joint practice too as well.
Yeah,
But
on Thursday.
Bryce Young looks good. I think 4 for 6, scored a touchdown, got sacked one time. Led
T Mac.
yeah, T Mac, my bad. T Mac scored. I think he led the team in yards
Yeah.
for the whole game.
He led in target. I think he led in targets too,
Target stiff, yeah,
which is going
yep.
to be.
So
Like I said, it's foreshadowing for how the season's going to be. But
yeah,
I think I think with Xavier Leggett, hopefully Xavier Leggett comes in. He had those explosive plays and things. The dynamic, he'll add a different dynamic to the offense. And then you got man, I really like Jalen Coker, man. Jalen Coker
I
really
feel
stood out. Like I mean, we already we're Jalen Coker fans. Well, I
yeah.
know I am. My uncle, he been on him. He been there like, oh, Jalen Coker, but I watch PNP podcast, Panther Nation
Mhm.
podcast, and I know they talk about it, talk about Jalen Coker. They're huge fans of Jalen Coker. They're the ones kind of put us on Jalen Coker. Well, put me on Jalen Coker because I didn't know who he was, but I saw him. I mean, last year he came in and did a phenomenal job, and he's already like he looks slimmer, he looks healthier, he looks like he's gonna make a. I feel like they're top 3 receivers, man. If you want to, you know how I feel. I like Adam Thielen. I think Adam Thielen's phenomenal, but man, I'm like, man, just slide Jalen Coker to Adam Thielen's spot. Had it. Excel, T Mac, Jalen, those top three.
You know, that's for
Let the
that's
young guys take over.
that's a foreseeable future. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
I'm
not.
point.
They're not
While
going.
we waiting on the why can't it be present instead of the future? I think
I
that's
mean,
definitely where it's headed to. I'm like, man, I feel like all three of them guys complement each other so nice, and they're big body receivers. Every one of them 6'1"
right.
and taller. So you got the big body, they got the size. You got one that's a possession receiver, and Jalen Coker. He's gonna get you. He gonna move the chains. He gonna be where he need to be. He know how to get off the ball. He's technically sound. Boom, you got that. Then you got the explosive run after catch guy and Xavier Leggett who can do the underneath stuff. But we didn't see that much last year. But I think with him having the surgery on his foot and being healthy, I think he's gonna have a big season. I think like everybody talk about his drops, but I think drops are bound to happen. If you're not a natural catcher. You don't have really soft hands like that. You just snatch everything with your hands. You're gonna drop some stuff. But I think if he has the explosive plays to his repertoire this year, look out. And then you got T Mac, who's just gonna be our dynamic wide receiver. He's gonna open things up, what you saw
Yeah, we got to see
on
it.
Friday.
We got to see a little bit of it. I mean, obviously, it's a different ball game that comes into play once the regular season start. Obviously, they didn't play all their starters. You still got to evaluate all the players because once the real thing starts, a different aspect that comes into it. So I feel like definitely still need that apprenticeship that's out there, still be the one to kind of still not be the main target, but it just kind of just helps out
He can do it
a
on the
little bit.
sidelines.
Yeah,
He can do it.
but
He can do just like Andy Dalton doing the sideline.
nah, nah,
We
it's
seen Adam
it's
Thielen for
hold
two
on, but
years, man.
it's different. It's different. But he was the leader for those 2 years, so I still feel like he's
And
still the best. He still was the best that was still on the field because he
yeah,
still got the target. Now
last year.
he still called
You
targets
got
out in
new
the
guys
preseason
now.
game.
You got
I
Xavier
know, I
Leggett,
understand.
healthy Xavier Leggett coming in 2 year
Wait,
too.
wait. Wait, just let me finish. What I'm saying though, and an aspect of it, those guys, we got to let see how year one, Roy McMillan looks in his first year, and then once that, because I don't think it'll be gone for the next year, and then after that transition, then you have those 1, 2, 3, those guys that've been in there, Xavier Leggett, Ted, and Jalen Coker that could be there, and then we haven't seen Hunter Renfro play. We haven't seen him get the chance. We haven't seen Jimmy Horn as it consistently get more touches, get better. So you still have those guys in there that will still could be dynamic for the team. I think just overall, we just have weapons that just be utilized in all aspects, which makes us a dangerous team because the more weapons you have, the more problems you could be on defense for the defensive side. So yes, you do have Xavier Leggett. We haven't got to see him play after get him getting ejected. So once we get to see him play and evaluate how he does against other players and stuff. Then we get to see Tech whenever he could go against some more starters, more prevalent. Because our season's not gonna be easy. It's not because we got a tough schedule, good defense that we got to go against. And then Jalen Coker, I think he's real solid, a well-rounded receiver. And then Adam Thielen. and then you got Hunter Renfro, Jeremy Horn Jr. I think those are the guys that will be to stay on the team.
I ain't talking about who on the team. I'm talking about who gonna be who the top three receivers. That's what I see.
I know, but I just
I
said
said it. I'm sticking on mine. T Mac,
I know, but
XL,
yeah,
and
listen,
Jalen.
nothing I just
I
said.
heard
Yeah, yeah,
everything you said. You said I got no weapons. You said a lot of stuff. Well, we gonna talk about
I
what we gonna
know.
talk about. That's the top three.
No, you don't want to talk about what you want to
We
talk
gonna.
about.
They need to
No,
go ahead and make the decision. Like I said, we ain't seen
you want to
XL.
talk
But
about.
we ain't seen XL. But and like I
You
said
haven't
before,
seen
like
a
I
lot
said
of
last
stuff.
year,
You still a lot of better.
Adam Thielen is an old
You're
version
screaming.
of.
You're screaming. You're
Oh
screaming.
my bad. Adam Thielen
Stop
is an
screaming.
old version of Jalen Coker. And so I think if you're gonna just put Jalen Coker in, he can do whatever Adam Thielen can do. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he don't have the wily vet, know some of the stuff, but he gonna learn it. The only way you can get better is putting them reps out there, put them out there. It's a young team, it's a young team movement. We rebuilding, so let's just keep growing. We're gonna go through the growing pains because I mean, Adam Thielen, like you said, he's gonna be here. He's not gonna be here next year most likely. I mean, so I mean, yeah, I mean, they gave him a pay increase, but yeah, let's go ahead and transition him out. Let's go and phase him out
It's
slow.
not. It's not gonna
I
do
think it's gonna
that.
be a slow phase. It's gonna be a slow phase out. That's what I think. Of course, they're gonna they're gonna start him, but I think eventually, I think the cream comes to the cream comes to the top, and I think eventually those three receivers are going to be above the rest. I think they're going to shine. They're going to put themselves out there to be the top three receivers. And I mean,
Yeah.
it may not be in the very beginning of the season. I'll say that. I want to put that disclaimer out there. But I think by the end of the season, those three are going to be our top receivers. I think T Mac, XL, and Jalen Coker. I think that's going to be it. And then you can sprinkle in the other guys. You can sprinkle in the contributions from the other guys. I would love to see the tight ends get involved a little bit more. I would like to see what JT Sanders can do. Because I think he came on the scene last year and showed some flashes. I want to see what he can do. I want to see what Evan Mitchell can do, and then when Tommy Tremble come back, see what he can do. But they don't utilize the tight ends as much as I would like them to, because we come back from the era of what Greg Olsen, Jeremy Shockey, tight ends getting good. Actually, at one point, Greg Olsen leading the team in receptions and yards. It's different dynamic. I mean, also I know we're gonna be a run heavy team anyway. At the end of the day,
Yeah,
all this
yeah, like I said, and that's what I said. It's too many things to be run heavy.
supposedly.
My point I was trying to make is be a well balanced oil machine that just score points.
I
Just
don't.
score points, regardless of what it is, regardless of what it takes. Score points because you got to get the W's first before anybody can improve and it's continue to say you're involved. You got to win. You got to win games. So whatever it takes to win those games, and that's how you're gonna continue to improve those players. Because once you understand how to win in the football NFL, then that's when everybody started improving. They understand their role for the team. But you got to win games first. You got to win games
We
first.
know they gotta win games. It's a
But I'm
given.
just saying,
We
though.
ain't gonna win
But
no.
I'm just
You ain't gonna win no games until you get the
yeah,
experience.
but
You got to
you're
get the
right, and
experience. So
that's
you got to be on the field.
you got to
You got to
play.
be on the field to contribute to.
But you also got to learn how to win, and that's the thing. So you got to have players that just be out there. Got to learn how to win, how to make the right plays, be the best guy that you possibly be out
Look
there
at
on the
it. You
field.
gonna give those young guys opportunities so they can make their mistakes and make the plays. Because T Mac, prime example in the preseason game, and he gets his head around fast enough, the ball right there on the boom. How can you get better with that unless you're on the field? You got to get the reps. So you got to get the reps, and so we can talk about the offense, but the offense, I think the offense is gonna be a shining a bright spot on the team this year. I think with the two-headed monster running back Rico Dowdle, I mean Tuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle, I think it's gonna be good. Even though they say it's gonna be run heavy, I think it's because of the preseason they didn't want to they didn't want to run Chuba and Rico into the ground because they only ran it 14 times compared to I think they threw it over 30 something times. So it was a huge discrepancy. But I know Dave Canals always saying that they want to be a run team, a run heavy or a run first team. So we'll see because last year I feel like he threw it a lot. So
We got down
he
a lot.
says he wants to run a lot, but yeah, we do get down. But sometimes he'll abandon the run a little too fast. So especially with our how bad our defense was, we need to control the possession of the ball a little bit more. So, but speaking of the defense, how do you feel about that defense? What you think? 'Cause, like, that's what our
Uh,
uncle was going off about.
I mean, first people starters play. Some of the starters play. Obviously, Derrick Brown, J.C. Horn didn't play, but got a lot more pressure than we usually did beforehand. Might not didn't turn a lot of sets because Shedeur Sanders is a good football. Is going to be a good football player for the foreseeable future. Anybody that's not running quarterback, we pretty much will get to them easily. I think the defense starters is going to be well. I can't say too much about the second string, third string. Obviously, that's still going to be evaluated throughout the whole preseason. But I think Tuck Wharton, Tashawn Wharton, Bobby Brown looks good being as a nose tackle alongside once Derrick Brown comes. So I would like to see how they work alongside. DJ Waddle got out there, got pressure, got I think caused a fourth and out. Once they went forward on the first drive for the Cleveland Browns. Uh, who else? Thornton, undrafted free agent. This cornerback, defensive back, he looked good out there. He
Mhm.
made some good impression out there for the first game. We ain't hear too much about Morig. Nick scored, nothing, got a sack. Princely didn't make too much noise. Who else? But that's pretty much
Yeah,
about it.
I think the defense, for the most part, I think what we saw from the starters looked solid. It's going to be much improved than it did last year. I think we just got to continue to be disciplined in our rush lanes, so you won't have those run back. Because I mean, yeah, he's a little bit he's a little mobile, but he's not fast at all. So we got to contain that. But they'll get better as the season go on. Like you said, with Derrick Brown and the actual starters. But for the most part, the starters did their job. They had the 3 and outs both times, both drives. The only reason why the Cleveland Browns was able to score is because of the special teams was atrocious to me.
Yeah, special teams were
It
horrible.
was it was rough. Special teams. I know they're trying to figure out who's going to be back there for the punt. The received punts. So that's a work in progress. But for the most
Yeah,
part, yes. Like I think the defense did his job. I think, like I said, like you were saying, the 3 and out 2 times, and then they put the second string, the third string. The only thing is I worry about the depth. That's a big problem. I think the better teams usually have depth. I will eventually build it out. I think like I said, we're still a young team. You gotta, as they always say, it's a developmental organization. So we're gonna they're gonna continue to develop the guys. But I think it's a testament to show you that the organization's on the right track to keep finding undrafted free agents. Yeah, you had Jalen Coker and Demani Richardson. Now you got Corey Thornton. I mean, they finding guys that might be able to really actually contribute and actually be pretty good NFL players. Now, like not just like regular, like actual starters, like high caliber starters in the NFL as undrafted free agents, and that's big. That's
yeah. I mean, we're gonna see how that was Thornton first game. See how he do the next game, and then
because you don't have to
evaluate
do.
after
I
that.
mean, we're not asking him to start because he's behind J.C. Horn and Mike Jackson, but to come in and maybe play a game or two, I feel comfortable. I feel like we got, like you said, we got to see more, but maybe down the line in the season, if somebody's nicked up or whatever, banged up, maybe he can come in and be a solid cornerback. Because I mean, I think Shamar Bartholomew, I think he's gonna be okay. I mean, he showed some flashes here and there. He looked all right, but so I mean, because everybody's worried, but I mean, we don't. I didn't see enough from the linebackers. I mean, I got to see some more from them. I definitely want to see them
Linebackers on that. I don't have a lot of depth on linebackers,
at
so
all positions as a position of
that's
need.
yeah. I think that's just one area that just gonna be a toll. Like, that's a lot for Trevor Wallace and Christian Rose, but unfortunately, Joe had a get released because of concussion. But yeah, losing him kind of like took a little hit because you would like to have those three. I feel like we had those three around. I feel like rotational pieces of being a
Yeah,
linebacker, I think would have been fine. But unfortunately, he more important
he
get
might
his
come back.
concussion. No, I mean he might, but
They left the door open for him.
I think he probably would just sit out this year, get the concussion protocol, get that
Maybe
right.
we'll see.
Looking at Tua last year and the problems he was having and trying to come back and getting hurt, getting concussions, and they had to send him out and everything, questioning him about retiring. So
We'll see.
concussion ain't no joke. And Keekly did the same thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
uh,
I think.
yeah, he probably would sit out a year.
I think. So. I think so. Yeah. Well, he probably will. So we got a little need. We want to see a little more from the safeties, but I think overall, the starters did pretty good. Did enough to kind of quell any distress right now for a week until we see them again next week against the Houston Texans. But we can't talk about that game and not talk about Shador Sanders because I'm a fan of Shador Sanders. I don't know about you, but
Yeah, I like
because
Shador.
our dad is a Colorado Deion Sanders nut. Like he knows everything. I mean, he know what the team is eating this week. You know what I'm saying? Like he know everything about it. So to see Shador Sanders, like I'm rooting for Shador. I hate to see him play against us. I hated that it was against us. But I am happy that he did well. I was like, yeah, he played really good. Like I was like, man, he showed why he belonged. He showed why he shouldn't have been a fifth round draft pick. Because
Draft pick.
we know why everybody want to say, oh, they don't say the thing out loud. We know what the elephant in the room was. They blackballed the kid, man. They did him dirty. They colluded against him. And I
Yeah,
and I
he shouldn't
think
draft no fifth round.
yeah,
He
nah,
shouldn't. I mean, for the Browns, their organization, for them to let go get Dylan Gabriel and then and come back around to go get
Thank
Shador
you.
Sanders. I mean, hey, nothing against Dylan Gabriel. He might be a phenomenal quarterback. I don't know. I haven't seen the play, but Shador Sanders was literally in all the drafts, a the top two quarterback that's in the NFL draft. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's everybody has said that. Everybody didn't expect that for him to drop that low and wait day three to go get
Yeah.
called up. So
Because I'm like,
yeah, it was just.
it's just funny because you have the analysts on TV saying one thing, and then you have the 32 teams in NFL do something totally different. Like that was like, so it's like at this point when we're watching that, like who's that far off? You know what I mean? Their evaluations that far off. Like, are the analysts on TV more accurate than the analysts in the NFL? So then you ask those questions. Then it's like, are they that far off? Are they accurate? Like, who's that more accurate? And we saw him on Friday. He played above a fifth round talent to us
Yes.
as a quarterback level. He played with composure. He got rid of the ball. He made the right reads when he needed to. He ran when he needed to. I like he showed that he showed that his talent level is a little bit above a fifth round. So like I said, so then you questions like, so why did he fall to that fifth round? Then you like the evaluation process is that different? Because then it was like, why are we watching ESPN or NFL Network? Cause they
Yeah.
wrong, but most of the top other picks were right. They pretty much had them right. So like I said, that's why I say it's collusion, because he should not have dropped that far. And like we said, he showcased that on Friday
Yeah.
that he's gonna be I mean, I'm not gonna say he's gonna be a world beater, especially his rookie season. But I think once he get on the field, I think he's gonna show that he can play.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be a solid quarterback in the NFL. I think he's just built different.
Yep. Yeah. He gonna be a heck of a football player. You could just see. I mean, he got the composure, like you said, and you could just tell that. I mean, at the end of the day, he is Deion Sanders' son. So regardless of who he is and what he been up, he been coached by his dad for his whole life. So
Hmm.
he got his dad in him. So he gonna play hard and go give it his all, just like Charlotte and Tampa Bay. So those two dudes are fighting for spots on the NFL team. And I believe they're both going to be significant football players in this league more to come for years to come. So it's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it had to be like that, but it's only a matter of time. So you got to continue to prove why you that person. Why they made the wrong choice to let you go fall down to five. So I think
Yeah, he
that's
lost all
just
that money.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
he just
but
had to hurt
I
his pockets.
yeah, and I think he's going to just prove the world. That's it. That's
Yeah.
all he can do.
So yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna continue to watch him and watch him play. Because I mean, right now they got him listed as the fourth
QB.
on the
Yep.
depth chart, which is crazy. So I'm like, after that performance, man, he got him a little, at least three.
Yeah. Yeah.
I He got to move a little bit. Let's see. I mean, like I said, I mean, if you do that with a second, like I said, he didn't do much against the first stringers out there, but that's because he had the second and third string playing with him. If he plays with a first string unit against a first string unit, then we can really evaluate where he stands at the NFL level. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
when that happens, then we can really then everybody can really make it a honest and accurate evaluation of Shador. But until that happens, we still rooting for him. We hope he continue to do well and get the reps that he deserves. So,
Yeah.
is there
Yeah.
anything else we need to talk about in the NFL?
I think, I think it, don't want to say this last thing about Shador. I think the aspect of not letting him get the first round, practice with them. I mean, the first practice with the starters a lot of the first team. I think this next game when they play all four quarterbacks, including Joe Flacco, Kenny, Dylan Gabriel, and Shador, I think it's really going to help evaluate. Now that he got his first game out, he know what to expect. Kind of got a little jitters out. He know how to, get a little sense of how it's going to be played. And he could probably go in the second game and actually really show out, just for a couple of drives of what may not be. So,
We'll see. We'll see.
and show how to, why he need to be QB2,
Right now, but he need to be QB
potentially
one
be
eventually.
one,
He will.
potentially
He
be
will. He will.
QB1.
He'll work that out.
But
But yeah, and like I said, the rest of the teams in the NFL, they had their preseason games. Is anybody else stand out to you that you think we need to speak about?
nothing really, Travis Hunter didn't do too much.
Mm.
Thing like that, 2 catches, 11 yards or something like that. They didn't get targeted on defense.
So he played both
Okay.
sides, right?
Yeah, he played both sides. He played a good amount of snaps on both sides.
Okay.
LeJounte Webster, that's his name. Yeah, returned another Colorado player. Played for the Baltimore Ravens.
Hmm.
Really did a good big return and had I don't know how many yards, but it was a big return. It got,
Okay.
start the game.
Gotcha.
The Giants quarterbacks, they play well, all four of them. So, but that's pretty much it. Nobody else really had a. Alshon Jeffrey do didn't do too much, but it's the first game, so
Yeah.
we'll evaluate a little bit more as all the second game. That's just get everybody
I mean, we're
started,
really gonna
just get
see
it
once
going.
the season start. That
Oh
ain't that
yeah,
ain't too
yeah,
far down the line. We got what, three
no,
weeks?
yeah. 3 weeks,
Yeah,
3 weeks,
3 weeks.
and eventually we about to do our fantasy football too.
Yeah,
We're gonna show our
yeah,
who has the.
we're gonna talk
We're,
about that. We got to do an episode about the fantasy football.
we gonna
Maybe we'll
we're
get
gonna
into
show
that
our
next week.
teams.
Yeah.
Show our teams let them rate who had the better team
No,
once we
we
do the
ain't doing
draft.
that.
Once
We not
once we
doing
had the better
that.
team.
No, we
Why
ain't doing
not?
that. You could do that.
Why not?
I don't want to do that.
You are you scared he ain't gonna draft
Yeah,
well? You did.
no, I don't
That's all
want
it
to.
is.
I don't need to have
That's
my
all it
team out
is.
there. I don't need nobody
Why?
judging
It's
me.
a
I don't need nobody
because you
judging my
draft.
team. You're
Ain't
crazy.
nobody just why? You scared and you ain't a good
Don't worry about
drafter?
it. Don't worry
That's
about
all it
it,
is,
brother.
Frank. That's
But
all it is,
we'll
folks.
see.
He's
We'll see.
scared that he ain't
We'll
gonna good
talk.
drafter.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about fantasy football.
Can't
Maybe talk
show
about
this
it
a
next week.
fantasy.
Yeah, we'll
It's a
see.
fantasy.
We'll see. What's it called? Well, let's finish up. Let's talk about this NBA. Kind of get a little bit of the NBA news going.
Yep, the NBA world.
A couple of weeks ago.
This
What
free
was it
agency.
last week or a week before?
Last week, yep,
Last week,
both of them.
Luca signed his deal with the Lakers.
Yep,
His extension. He signed
yep,
3 year extension.
yep.
How
three
much?
years.
I don't know how much it was.
About like 217 million. Nah, a little bit higher than that.
Is it?
Let me see.
It was about two
Let me
fifty.
see. Nah, it was
Two
let me
thirty.
tell you,
I know.
165. I was
So
a
we
little
weren't
bit
even
lower.
close. Aaron out here
Three
talking about
three
two
years.
something.
Nah, because De'Aaron Fox signed a 4 year 200 and he signed a 4 year 229 million.
Okay.
But only thing for Luca, the reason why he signed that 3 years is because like you get a super max because
Yeah.
it'd be year 10 for him once that third year comes up for him
Okay.
to
We got a player
resign.
option.
Yeah, player option. So that third year comes, he can sign a big contract,
Yeah.
get paid. So
I
that's
watched
on it.
I watched a little bit of him in the Euro basketball league or the Euro basketball, like still not playing no defense. But I mean,
I mean,
it ain't no but like a little exhibition game, so I ain't really tripping.
yeah,
We'll see,
yeah. I mean,
man.
he played a lot of
He lost
minutes.
a lot of weight. He looks slender out there, but I hope he plays some defense. That's the biggest issue. Everybody talking about him losing weight. It's just like no, he just got to give a little extra effort on defense here and there. I'm not saying he need to be a shut down defender, but sometimes like I'm looking at he's sitting there pointing like no, go on and make the extra effort to rotate over. Like you should rotate over. Don't be pointing at somebody else. So that like things like that you got to lead. You know, because I like LeBron last year. I think like at that point when they took off defensively last year, it's like LeBron started making that extra effort.
Yeah, yeah. He was the leader for the
Yeah,
defense. Which they said. I mean, he just switched to being lead for the defense. Let Luka kind of run the offense. Which I mean, at that point before he got hurt, it was working. So they were
well, yeah,
beasting.
you got to make this. I'm just saying, but in order for you to be a championship team, you got to make that extra effort sometimes. And
Oh
so,
yeah, yeah. That's what
and
I
the way
said.
you do that, you
Yeah.
got to build those habits early on. So you need to build those habits in a regular. I know it's hard to do that for 82 games. That's why they need to shorten the season. But 82 games, you have to build good habits and bringing the extra effort every once in a while. It pays dividends later on down the line, especially when you can trust your guys to kind of cover for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, I think he just didn't really care too much in that first game. I think he just got to just
No,
based like a warm up to him,
yeah, no, I'm not talking.
and
I'm
for the
just talking about in
exhibition.
general, not necessarily that Euro basketball. I'm talking about
I know.
from.
I'm just saying, and I'm talking about the Euro basketball, just how he looked, and just like that, regardless of what about the effort of him, this he didn't really care too much right there. But I think for the future, I think once he come back and play for the NBA, I think it might be a different. We'll see. I mean, once the Euro Little League starts, I think that's when we might see him try a little bit harder.
Better.
But
He want to
we'll
win a
see.
championship. He better try. So I mean, I can
Uh,
say like I know it was an exhibition game, so he gonna give the effort. Like he gonna try to go out there and win. Cause he's a uber competitor. Like that dude, like man, he competes. He competes at a high level. So I think he'll be fine. But
and also, this is makes his first game back with the team, so he's
yeah,
kind of learning everybody else and what they can do and
Aaron with
can't do.
excuses. Okay.
I mean, I ain't saying with excuses. I
Uh,
said, like you said, you just said exhibition game. I'm just saying you could see like how he was trying to evaluate
he
what
feeling
other
his way
players
through.
could do.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
getting his
you
cardio
could
in.
watched because I watched the whole game, so I'm just saying like you could just tell how he was getting trapped and just certain people how he's looking at who's can do this, who can attack this basket, who can finish around the rim well, and so he was just kind of just evaluating. That's why they had him out on the floor for a long time, at least for the first three, and then kind of like end of the third, it kind of set him up because I mean he got blown out, but yeah,
He
that's
was, he
kind of
was
what he
feeling
was
his
doing.
team out. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you
Yeah,
understand.
because he only practiced one time with them. So
Yeah, yeah, I understand.
came
He
back real quick
getting
and
his
quick time.
rhythm back, getting his feel back. So ain't nothing wrong with that. We'll see when they. I don't know when they play again, but yeah, I think. And then with the De'Aaron Fox, their contract extension, you know how I feel about that. I was talking to you about that offline, saying that they have three guards. You know, like, and you said that they're all big guards, so they can all three of them play together, which is true.
All
Because
three can play.
I'm like, yeah, De'Aaron Fox, you got Stephon Castle, and you have Dylan Harper, the guy they just drafted this year. You got three guards. I mean, and like I said, I don't know. I don't know who your two bigs are. Who they have? I know they got. You know they got Victor Wembanyama, but we all know that that's the
Victor
star.
Wemby. And then the fourth would be either Jerry Shohan. I don't want
Oh
to
yeah,
miss his
Jeremy
name.
Sohan. I know you're talking about Sohan.
Or Keldon Johnson. So between those
Usually
two,
Keldon
I
come off
feel
the
it.
bench.
Yeah, now I mean I don't know if you know if he improved for next
They
year
got
or
Harrison
whatever.
Barnes
Not,
up
but
there, don't they? Still.
I think Harrison's
So he
still up
probably
there.
start.
So
He probably start.
Harrison,
He probably
either
start.
Harrison will start.
Harrison
Yeah,
Barnes. Yeah, he probably start. He
which
probably.
won't be bad.
Yeah, no, I'm alright with Harrison Barnes. He's okay.
But at the same time, I don't think that's gonna be the lineup. I mean, that's if they run that three guard lineup, then that's how it probably will
So that,
go.
I mean, that's
But
what I'm saying. So like, you got to figure out what you're gonna do
watch,
because that's why I say you want the reps. You want the reps for Dylan Harper and Stephon Castle, but you signed Darren Fox for a 4-year deal, so it's like, man, I mean, he's gonna be a big focal point. But which is nothing wrong with that because you lost Chris Paul in free agency this year. So
yeah.
you got De'Aaron Fox really kind of in control, and he's a veteran, and he's gonna make them play well. And like, it's a good signing. I think I'm like, I mean, it's no. Then it also allows the younger guards to kind of feel their way through, like make some mistakes. Because I don't know what their ceiling is or what their aspirations are this year. Like, I don't, they shouldn't be shooting for no championship, but who knows? Oh my bad. Who knows? Maybe they are.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we don't know. Obviously, we got to see how they all play with each other, especially with the rookie Dylan Harper coming in. But he's a big
Yeah,
guard.
yeah,
He's a tall. I mean, he plays. He could potentially play 1 through 3 or something. Because based on how the NBA is, I just
yeah. He could.
they're 6'6",
See.
but yeah, most of our fours are not that tall anyway. I mean, they tall, but 6'6" and up, like that's pretty much
Them
how.
elite guards are tall, like Cade Cunningham, Luca Doncic.
But they all PG.
That Lamelo, he's 6'7". They some big
All
guards
play
out
the
here, boy.
all of them play the one.
Yeah,
Every single one of them play the one. So I mean, but De'Aaron Fox is
excuse me.
a dog. I mean, I think he led the league in fourth quarter points, and once say this year, Jalen Brunson did, but
Yeah, it was
last
2 years
year,
ago. It was 2 years
two
ago.
years ago, he led the league in fourth quarter points. So he's a clutch player. I think he's a
Yeah.
good point guard alongside Victor, that can just get a bucket. And then Stephon Castle, he played well last year. They rookie of the year. So he's
It's
was he a
a
rookie?
good player. That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah, he's a solid. He's a good two guard that can play defense and does all the little things. So we got to
this
see.
is a is a well run organization. They're getting young guys and they develop them, just like OK.
Yeah, OKC was a true blueprint.
Yeah, but I
Everybody
mean, but
fall.
Spurs been doing that for years too, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You got like the Lakers organization. They get stars. They get star players that come and then they build around the star players, and then you have other teams that draft really well and that are starting to developing. Like, cause like Boston
uh
Celtics, they drafted really well. Like, and then
yeah, they
you
did.
got OKC, and then you have Denver drafted well. You have San Antonio drafting well.
Yeah,
You got teams that draft with Pistons. They're starting to show that
yeah,
they drafted well. Like, it
yeah,
took a little bit of
yeah.
time, but now they're starting to put it in. Orlando, I think
After
Orlando's
last
a
year,
good.
Orlando.
I know Indiana traded for Tyrese Halliburton and they traded for Pascal Siakam. So yeah,
Yeah,
Indiana don't really man, but I mean they trade well. I guess you could say.
yeah. I mean, yeah. It's just all about getting the right pieces
I
and
wish the Charlotte Hornets
thing.
would gonna learn how to trade or develop or draft or something, man. I want for them to start winning some games. Like, man,
Yeah,
The Charlotte area, man. We need some championships. We need some winning. We need some winning to
yeah.
go on, man.
We do. I think this year for them.
For who?
health for Charlotte Hornets. I
Yeah.
think for Charlotte, health is their biggest thing. We can never see them fully healthy and
Hmm.
play out a full season because they're somebody always getting hurt. LaMelo ankles, Brandon Miller getting that injury.
Yeah.
Miles Bridges pretty uh,
He's got to stay out.
well
He got
rounded.
to stay out of trouble. That's it.
Yeah, out over that. But
So,
other than that, legal issues, he's pretty much healthy all the way around. But
yeah.
yeah, if Brandon Miller and Melo can stay healthy, and now they got Conker nipple, so he can.
I like Khan,
So
man. I like Khan.
you was kind of questioning
I
him.
I was skeptical. Then I started watching. I said, "He's from Duke. Come on, Aaron. I'm a Carolina fan. Carolina Tar Heels,
Right.
baby. I went there. You know
But
what I'm saying?
but
So
we talk about it in the aspect of just NBA
I
world.
understand it's still hard to root for some Dukies, man. It's still hard, but I watch them. I'm like seeing them play. I like the kid can ball. I was like, yeah, he
Yeah,
can play. I like his game. I like his game. He's a bigger guard too. He like 6'7".
yeah,
Can shoot. He
shit,
got a good feel of the game. Strong. I like
yeah,
yeah. I was like okay, he could be nice. I think he could be a nice compliment piece to Lamelo. Yeah, like I said, if they can stay healthy and we can really see how these guys start to develop, then it's like I mean that's for anything. But like I said, the thing is like man, it's a young movement in Charlotte right now. You got the Carolina Panthers, you got the Charlotte Hornets. All these young teams is like yo, if they ever hit, we're gonna have man. They're gonna be it's gonna be a dominant things for years for a few years stretch. Hopefully, we
yeah.
found. Man,
I
we're gonna have to
mean,
make some. We got to get our tickets to experience some of these things in person.
right. They drafted a lot of young players in this draft. They really racked up on rookies. The Charlotte Hornets did. They racked up on a lot of rookies. So they really built out their depth. They got a lot of guards.
Yeah,
They also got Colin Sexton. They also got Spencer
I
Dinwiddie.
told you
They
that.
got
I was like, why they
LaMelo.
get all them guards for?
But I think it's for more so insurance purposes, just because you got to trust that they can
They
stay
stay
healthy.
healthy. Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
so
you.
you still want to be competitive at the same time.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, so I think that's the only reason. But because yeah, Colin's young to play and everything like that, so you want to hope that if Brandon Miller goes down, he can step up. That somebody else go down, he can step. Like it just fills out the roles
Yeah,
well. And got a couple bigs, Liam McKinley, then the other
I don't know what they're saying.
Bellinger,
I still
Ryan
don't know this.
Bellinger,
Oh, I'm still don't know this.
Ryan Bellinger, something like that.
Got rid of Mark Williams. I don't know why
And
they were so
Mo,
urgent to get like. I don't know why they want to get rid of Mark Williams so bad.
he was another health problem.
They all unhealthy, man. That say something. Then they need to get their daggone their training staff together, man. Because
I mean,
if everybody's hurt, it's something going on. Then they're not getting the right nutrition. They're not doing the right stretch, and they don't have the right regimen in place, physical regimen to make them last 82 seasons. Because they too young to be falling apart like that.
yeah. I think, for a sense of kind of like Steph Curry ankle issues, it's the same thing for LaMelo Ball, to roll on somebody's foot, playing,
Yeah,
and then they just kind of just turned it the wrong way.
and Steph ain't had
I
that
mean,
issue since.
yeah, I think it's some luck.
Eh,
Gotta have some luck into it
you're
because
right, luck.
like
It is luck, but it is also
Brandon Miller
strengthening.
break his wrist or something, and then
Yeah, that's a freak accident. Yeah, you
yeah,
can't. It is bad luck.
yeah. So I was like, it just luck sometimes. I mean, it just happens. You just don't have it. For a few years with Carolina Panthers, you didn't have it. You had terrible luck, injuries after injuries at the start of the season. So
Yeah.
once that luck can turn around and actually be good luck instead of bad, and then it's
Yeah,
a good thing.
see what we
So
can really do. Yeah, because
yeah,
like we had the luckiest season ever in 2015
yeah. And I think
because
that was
nobody
that
expected
got.
that season.
Yeah, we should have. Well, only if we could have capitalized that and turned it to a Super Bowl win. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So you can't do nothing about it.
But yeah,
Really, they gun hold on Cam about that, but that's
yeah,
another story.
yeah. But man, I'm excited for the NBA season. I'm getting excited for that. I'm definitely excited for the NFL season. So we're looking forward to that. But I think we're gonna end up wrapping this thing up for the day. You know what I'm saying? So,
Man,
anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you want to say to the people?
no, just look forward for the next episode. Get to talk about a little bit more of what more to come once we
Yeah, we definitely.
what's going
Yeah,
headlines.
next week we probably do a little. Do another evaluation of the preseason week 2. See how everybody looks. Talk about it. Maybe look at some more teams. We might go on a little bit about talk about our fantasy football. What kind of some of our maybe we can talk about a little bit about strategy. I don't have really strategy. Maybe you can share some strategy for us for the people so I can understand. So I can pick your brain. Yeah.
So you can steal my idea? Nah, I don't think so. No,
Hey,
that one.
hey.
You don't want to show the
You don't
team.
want you
I
talking
ain't
about show
giving
my
out a strategy.
team.
I just said show your team. I ain't say steal your strategy now. I ain't do all that.
Well, then that's the same thing. You don't need no my team or my strategy. Okay.
I said say your team after. I just said let everybody else rate what you
Oh
think. Cause
Lord, I don't
you
need them to
might just
rate. I
have
don't. I'm gonna let the NFL.
you might just have the better team. You might just have it.
We don't know who had a better team because it don't matter until the season start and then people stay healthy.
Exactly. So I mean,
Fantasy football ain't no
that,
but luck either. Too.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. It doesn't really matter. Like, who cares what their opinions say? But it's cool to see what they'll
No.
say who had the better team.
Maybe you
Your
could.
team,
Maybe you would convince me. I don't know.
your team, my team.
We'll
Say
see.
who will win.
Well,
Who
so
will win? Especially if we go against week one against each other. Who will win that?
we got to bring
That's
some
a good
guests
one.
in. We got to bring some guests in to see. You know what I'm saying? To see what they say.
Okay.
But yeah. But this was fun, man. Another episode, another week of Fandom and Flavor, man. I'm glad you guys are tuning in, man. Please, like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you think about the movie. If you went to go see Weapons, or what you
Weapons.
think about the Luka Doncic or the De'Aaron Fox, signing, and then also what you think about week one preseason. Everybody leave your comments down there. Talk to us, man. Give us something, or give us suggestions for what we can talk about. Because like I said, it's pop culture, everything that's everybody's mind. That's what we try and talk about. So we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Like I said, leave a like, subscribe, and we'll catch y'all next week, man. Signing
Yep.
out.
Yep. Yep.